You're not here, you missing out. Is this show?
Hi, this is Ruth, aka Ruthie Jay, the gold standard. I love wrestling. You love wrestling. We love wrestling.
Welcome to Women on Wednesday. Ooh.
Woo!
Another Wednesday out here. Women on Wednesday, joined by Suzette Victoria. You know, a new member of We Love Wrestling. But today, we got somebody, she the gold standard. Got somebody we saw at Say It Loud. I'm black and I'm brown. No, Say It Loud, all black everything. Down in in Fort Lauderdale. We have. You might have seen her maybe 2 weeks ago on AEW against, one of my good friends, if y'all been watching, Sky Blue. We have Ruthie Jay with us. How are you doing today?
No, I'm good. I had a good day. I woke up by the grace of God and I had a good day. How are you?
I'm here. It's been a rough day for me, but I'm here. How you doing, Suzette?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here.
So, Ruthie J, the first question or questions I always do to start this off is ask, why do you love wrestling, or what started your love for wrestling?
That's always the question I get asked. I guess that's the first question every wrestler gets asked. For me, it's because when I started watching television, I came from a different country, so I didn't know any English. So I didn't know any English, and kids are mean, so they're gonna make fun of you, like, oh, she doesn't know any English. Like kids are mean. So when I watched wrestling, I watched it when I was 4. I just got to this country. I didn't know a lick of English, and I used to watch it when you didn't have any cable, SmackDown was on. So I used to watch SmackDown, and I used to be like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, is this real? It's unbelievable. It felt so real. Here I am. I'm I've never seen anything like this before. Mind you, I'm not American, so I've never seen anything like this before. So I saw it. I was just amazed by it. And people grow out of that wrestling stage. It's oh, wrestling's lame. Okay, people grow out of it, but I didn't. I always thought it was cool, and I was maybe I can be one of those people that's that you watch and inspires you. Oh my God, this is amazing. The feeling that I got when I watched it, for the first time.
You said you're not from America. Said you moved here when you was 4. So,
no. Yeah.
Oh, so can I ask, where are you from?
I'm from Haiti.
From Haiti. You ever think about wrestling in Haiti one day, if they have that there?
I do. I honestly would not know where, because in Haiti, I only spent the first 4 years of my life there. So I wasn't very exposed to culture that much. But I wouldn't even know where to wrestle in Haiti. But that would be cool to go back and be wow, I really came from here and made a life in America, and now I'm doing what I love where I came from. That would be super cool.
Sorry. You also said that you was watching SmackDown because if you didn't have cable, every household had SmackDown back in the day.
UPN?
Was it UPN?
They was UPN, the CW.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It was, they had a few names. So
I definitely remember that.
Who were some of your favorite wrestlers when you was growing up while you was watching it?
I will tell you, the first person I've ever seen on TV, when I turned on SmackDown, was The Undertaker, and he scared the living S word out of me. Can I curse on here?
Yes, you can cuss.
I didn't want to say it. I was I'm gonna let him say yes.
He scared the shit out of me. I was scared. I had nightmares the first time I saw The Undertaker. That was the first wrestler I've ever seen on TV. It was a segment with him and Booker T. I would never get it. And I see this black man on TV, and I'm like, oh my God, he's about to die. I'm 4 years old. I'm like, oh my God, he's about to die. It was like a horror movie. I was terrified. So the first people I've ever seen on TV were Booker T and The Undertaker. So it's I remember seeing them. I remember seeing Eddie. So I remember a lot of SmackDown in early 2000s, because that's when I first came to America. And it was those were the people that stood out to me, Taker, Eddie, Booker T, and Randy Orton. I was a huge Orton fan too because
Me
he
too.
just got to SmackDown. I remember that. It was like a fun time.
Okay. So, how did you get involved in the wrestling? Because you came here, you remember watching it when you was young. What started you to get into a wrestling ring? Or did you even think growing up that you would be a wrestler? Was this like a lifelong dream or anything?
Yes and no. It's crazy because when I was younger, I always thought I was gonna be a lawyer. Like I even went to like all the magnet programs, did the fake trials and everything, went to the courthouses and all that. I want to be a lawyer, and it was crazy because I always thought in the back of my mind, damn, I always wanted to be a wrestler. It's like, I tried it out, went to college, and I was like, I didn't really like college. And then I told myself, like, if I really want to be a wrestler, I want to start before I turn 20 years old. And I luckily, like, God listened, and like he said, you're gonna find a school. And I found a school like 4 months before I turned 20 years old. And I said this to myself when I was like 18. I was like, I'm gonna find a wrestling school before I turn 20 years old. 4 months before I turned 20 years old, I found a wrestling school.
You manifested that one.
Right?
Since we record beforehand, I can ask this. What wrestling school did you find?
I found a few when I was 18. I found FEW, but I was still in high school. When I was 18, I found FEW, but I was still like not sure. I wanted to try out college and everything. And then when I was 19, my sister told me about Gangrel and how he had a school and for me to check it out. And then I remembered how I told myself before I turned 20 years old, I want to start wrestling. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna check out the school. I checked it out, Dania Beach, and sure enough, Gangrel was there, and it was like, okay, this is where I have to be if I wanna become a wrestler. I felt it. I was just like, this is where I have to be.
Suzette, get in this.
Okay, well, it's Women's History Month, so I'm gonna ask, were there some women's wrestlers that inspired you? I mean, I remember the first like real women's match I saw, which was like SummerSlam 2001. It's like 6-pack challenge, and like everyone, Street Club, Lita, Trish, Ivory, everyone was in that match. So, is there like a pivotal like women's wrestling match for you? Because I know you said Booker T and Undertaker, so yeah, that's a lot. Then you see women, and it's like, oh, okay. Like, was there like a match, or was there someone you saw on the screen and was like, oh yeah, I can definitely do this?
Yes, there was one pivotal match for me. It was actually the women's main event of Trish and Lita because it was on my birthday. That happened on my birthday. And I remember thinking, yo, this is pretty cool. So it's a women's main event on my birthday. I remember I was so mad I couldn't watch it because they were hyping it up on SmackDown. I didn't have any cable, mind you. So I couldn't watch it raw. So it's like, okay, I don't have USA. What was it? Spike back then? I don't have cable. So I'm like, I have to wait till it comes on the Spanish network. So I didn't get to watch it on my birthday. So I was upset about that. But the match did happen on my birthday. So that was a match. I was like, wow, this match is incredible. I have to become a wrestler. Like, and then when I got older, I actually got to meet Trish at SuperCon, and she was super nice. She told me everything. Like, she was like, you have to find a wrestling school. And like, she was just like putting out like the steps like as quick as she could because she has other fans waiting for her, but she was trying to take her time to explain to me, like, hey, if you want to start this, you got to be serious. You got to do this. You got to do that. She was very nice. I actually got to meet Trish Stratus, and it was like, wow, like, this lady is amazing. Like, she's here right now. Like, it's possible. Like, that was super cool when I met her.
Oh, I'm jealous. But, I mean, WrestleCon this year, Mania weekend, I am going to meet Trish Stratus. I don't care what anyone says, so.
She's so pretty. She's so pretty.
She seems
so
like
beautiful.
such a nice person. I would love to
She
meet
is
her one
very
day.
nice. Yes.
Awesome.
Nothing but
So,
nice
who would you
words.
say is your favorite women's wrestler? It could be, I know favorites change, so I guess back then, now.
My favorite of all time, I will never get tired of Trish. She is my favorite of all time, of course. She has a piece of my heart. And then second up, I would say of this time is Sasha. I love her. She is my, as of this generation, she's my all-time favorite.
No, definitely. Two amazing talents. Let's see. This is kind of cliche here, but dream opponent. I know that changes as well too, but I mean, I guess at this stage in your career, who would you want? Who would you want to face? What do you think you could do? You put on a great match with.
Right now, ooh, that's hard. Now, in my head, I've put together a match, like a beautiful match with Bianca. She's so strong. I feel like I could leap somewhere, she would catch me in midair. It would be like amazing. Like, she's so strong. So I'm like, yo, like, she can literally base, catch, do everything. I'm like, it would be like ballet, beautiful, violent ballet.
Yeah. Do you got experience in ballet?
No, but I've been a dancer for 7 years.
What type of dancing you been doing?
Like majorette, auxiliary type, not that type of dancing.
You just said you turned like 20 or 21. I wouldn't think you did that type of dance in 7 years background. Earlier you did speak to, you thought you was going to be a lawyer and you did all the fake trials and everything. When you went to college, did you go to college to be a lawyer?
No, once I got to high school, it's crazy because my sister became the lawyer, right? That's funny. Once I got to high school, she was in law school already, and she was just complaining to me the whole time about all the crap that she has to go through, like in law school. I'm like, this isn't for me. I like being active. I like doing things. I'm so, like, my body likes to move a lot, so I'm just like, I don't want to be in school trapped and doing all of these things and studying every day. She was like miserable, right? She was so miserable in law school. So when I was in high school, like, I don't want to anymore. So I want to be a writer because I like writing. Went to college for writing. I didn't like college. But like, everybody was so selfish. Like, everybody was in it for themselves. There was no, I get it, you're in it for yourself, but it was just like, I felt so, it was like everybody was like in it for themselves. I didn't like college.
I could feel that.
I could definitely feel that. I relate 100%.
It was either you were a loner or you had like a group of people around you all the time.
Facts.
Yeah.
Let's get into some actual wrestling talk, Ruthie Jay. I was chilling. I saw you at the Say It Loud event. All black, everything. You know what I'm saying? Say It Loud 2, I should say. If a Say It Loud 3 happened, I already told them I want hands in it because we got to do something different. But Ruthie Jay, have you ever been to an all black event? All black wrestlers, wasn't all black fans, but just have you been to an event like that? The vibe that was at that event?
No, I've never been to like an all black event before.
Never for wrestling?
No, that was like
it was my first one too.
It was your first one too?
Yeah.
So
that,
y'all,
I remember, I'm pretty sure, yes. That was an experience for sure.
Y'all just talked about the vibe of Say It Loud because you know we about to do a review on Say It Loud Night 2. I didn't see Night 1, but I did see Ruthie Jay was in a match with Crystal White. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you want to talk about that match, but just talk about how y'all experience was that night.
The people were nice. Like, people are cool. I didn't have like a bad vibe with anybody really.
Right, that's the same thing.
It was my first time meeting. It was the first time I met everyone. I didn't have anything to like bad to say. I didn't know anyone prior to Say It Loud, and that was like my first time meeting everyone.
Same. So like with you being from Haiti and everything, and just, you know, this being your second country, you know, second language and everything. Um, I mean, did you ever imagine growing up that there would be something like this? There would be a community of just people that look like you and that just love wrestling in one setting. You're just stuck with each other. Like, is that something you ever imagined? Like, how did that make you feel being there?
Let me see. When I was there, the only thing that went through my mind was, wow, this is an all black people show. Like all black people. I've never, like I said, been to an all black event. So when I was there, I was like amazed to see how many black wrestlers there were, because it feels like there's such a small amount, like, because we don't really like see it as much. It's not really on a big like stage as much. So in my head, I'm like, this is why we need representation in a way, because like I didn't even know there was that many black wrestlers, and I'm a wrestler.
Right. And, you know, I've heard people talk about like promoters say, oh, well, we don't want too many black people on the card because then the white people aren't going to show up, type of thing. Like, but, you know, small town promoters say that. So for someone to just go forward and say, no, we're going to do something for us, Black History Month. I mean, I thought it was pretty dope, pretty magical. If you would have told me that when I was a child that it would be something like that even exists, I would be like, yeah, right. But now it's quite a few, so it gives me something to look forward to, just to, it's the vibe. Everyone was just chilling. Everyone was willing to give advice. You know, everyone was just open. No one was like smug or, you know, stuck up. Everyone was just friendly. So definitely a good environment to be around.
I was over here off subject a bit.
Yeah.
I was trying to look through my Instagram because that night when I saw Ruthie Jay, I was like, oh snap, it's Ruthie Jay. I looked on Twitter, I'm like, Ruthie all smile. Somebody sent me a message maybe like 7 months ago. They was like, yo, you spotlight women, you should check her out, see what she doing, she good. I didn't know this person, so when I opened the message, I'm like, I don't know who this person is. I clicked on it. I saw you at Gangrel School training. Saw you in there in the ring with people, and I was like, okay. Let's see what's going on. Then, you know, I see the Few Survive, and I see other companies. I'm like, all right. So we come across each other at Say It Loud. I asked you for a spotlight. And then we leave the event. And that same week, as I said earlier, one of my friends, Sky Blue, you pop up having a match on AEW Dark. What was that experience like?
It was fun. Like backstage, everybody was very nice. Like everybody was like so respectful, so kind backstage. It felt like an environment that you would want to work at. Like I was very grateful to be there. I didn't think I would be there in such a short amount of time. So when I was there, I knew to be on my P's and Q's and just, you know, listen, observe, and not say much. I honestly didn't know anyone there as well. I don't know anyone. I really don't. So once I got there, it was only me. I had like me, myself, and I. So I was just like, I was coming in there. I was like, okay, I gotta do this. I gotta make sure I do this right. I only get one first impression. That's the word. So I went there with my head up high. I left with my head up high. The experience was fun. I really enjoyed the match. It was a fun experience to be out there with everybody in the crowd. It was like, wow, I'm really here.
Yo, shout out to you. Like you said, in your time frame and getting that spotlight on Dark. I'm upset that Ruthie didn't give me like the hint, like, yo, I'm gonna be on Dark, check it out. But seeing it, I was like, yo, it's funny how life works out. I've heard you say a couple times that you don't know anybody. And I know you may not know anybody, but I want to extend this out to you. Wrestling is a big community. You got to know the right people. But if you're going somewhere and you don't know anybody, just reach out. We can link you with somebody because everybody's like family. We know that we ain't gonna steer you to the wrong people or anything, but just say what's up. Especially being a young woman out here, it's a lot of other young women out here wrestling. Get you a sisterhood going. I don't know if you like women like that, but maybe find you one person to link with or something. That's why when I saw you at the Say It Loud, I was like, let me stop her to say something to her, because it'd be weird if I'm here at the event and then I send a message at you like, yo, I saw you at Say It Loud. I want to, see if I can spotlight you.
We're like, okay, great.
Okay, wow. This guy couldn't even say nothing to me in person. This guy here. But Ruthie Jay, you face Crystal White. That's her name, Crystal White, at the event. There's a lot of other women there at the event also. So I always ask this question to people. If you can name three, just three independent wrestlers that you could face, who would those three people be?
Do AEW signees even like count? Because like they're signed to AEW, so I guess not.
We'll move them over here. But three independent, because they do still wrestle on the indie side.
Yeah.
Well, give me four then. If you're gonna put AEW in there, give me four.
All right. The first match definitely, I guess, would be Red Velvet, only because like I feel like that match has been like anticipated since I've started. Because like she's like very good, very good. I feel like we complement each other very well. The second person would have to be, who have I not faced? What's on the independent circuit? I really have to think. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
MJ was there. MJ
Jenkins.
Yeah.
MJ Jenkins. Let me see.
That's a little foreshadowing. All right.
Right.
Ember Moon, since she's on the independents now.
Okay, E-Moon. E-Moon out here on these streets. All right. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
That's a good three. I gotta do one of these. Let me lean in a bit. Ruthie Jay, I usually ask this around the end of our combo, so I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna say this to you. The Rock or Stone Cold?
Leave me out of this one.
Stone.
Say what
Stone
now?
Cold. Stone Cold.
I'm sorry.
Steve Austin.
I'm sorry. One more time. Who's that?
You heard the lady. You heard her.
What?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
I did it for The Rock. I did it for The Rock.
You didn't pick Stone Cold. That's what's up. So Ruthie Jay, let me ask you this:
I think Stone Cold. Like, come on, who did not picture walking into the ring that angry?
It's always The Rock, man. Again, no one's picked The Rock, so
Champion yourself.
I'm not even giving that out no more. I just wanted to show.
Is that a figure of The Rock?
It is.
Wow.
It very much is.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little biased over here.
Right there. I got a Stone Cold one too. I don't feel like getting up to get it though. Ruthie, will you be at WrestleMania in Dallas?
Exactly.
think you froze up for a second. I couldn't hear you.
Can you repeat yourself?
Oh, I said, will you be in at WrestleMania in Dallas?
We were just fine. Now the
Huh?
Oh, would I be at WrestleMania weekend?
Yes. Yes.
Can you repeat yourself? Did you ask me if I'm gonna be at WrestleMania or WrestleMania?
WrestleMania in Dallas. Will you be in Dallas that weekend? Will you be at WrestleMania? Will you be doing anything that weekend in Dallas?
It's going in and out. I'm like, I can't hear you. I'm like, okay. No, I'm not. I'm not being in Dallas that weekend. No.
You said Reefer Mania?
I had some questions about that too.
Oh, basically Reefer Mania is
I mean, I met the guy that does it, but I'm like, oh, weed and wrestling. That's a hell of a mix.
It's basically just like it's like going to a bar. So it's not nothing that's outrageous. It's like if you live in the area, it's good to go to, but like traveling down to go there, maybe do it once, but it's not something that you keep going to, because it like literally the one I went to was in the back of like someone's backyard, and then the cops came and busted it open. So it was like I came all the way here to Florida for like not even a block party, like a backyard Reefer Mania party that had a wrestling ring set up. It was about the size of a parking lot. That parking lot at the Say It Loud, the hotel, take like the half of it in the front, and that's how big it was because the wrestling ring was there. But it's a fun time because you high and you watching wrestling.
It's a balance.
Yeah. Ruthie, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Because it's slowing up like that, we gonna go into a hot finish here. So, Ruthie, this is what we call our put yourself over moment. This is where you let our people know your social media, any ways they can support you. If you have any t-shirts, any items where they can get 8x10s. I saw you just take some AEW pictures and post them. If any ways, you know, they can, anything that you got coming up, we just want you to put yourself over.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, whenever you're ready to start shooting off.
All right. So you can find all of your goals under Ruthie Jay needs at Ruthie_all_smiles on Instagram, or Ruthie J on Facebook, or Superior Queen with a W on Twitter. You'll see all my pictures, everything that I'm selling, my shirt. My 8x10s are also available on Facebook. So if you need any Ruthie J merchandise, follow me on social media. Again, I'm mostly on Instagram, Ruthie_all_smiles.
Ooh, follow her on all social media. Her name on Twitter is Superior Queen. And it's like QWEEN. When I first saw it, I cracked up and I was laughing. I was like, Superior Queen. But I don't know why I say it like that every time I said it. I'd be like, Superior Queen. I don't know. It's hilarious. Suzette Victoria, thank you for joining the We Love Wrestling team and on this interview to interview one of the brightest young stars out, Ruthie Jay.
I'm excited to see you. See what you're doing.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. I remember seeing her say, I'm like, oh, she's so pretty at Say It Loud.
Thank you.
You know, at Say It Loud, Ruthie was like just to herself walking.
Yeah.
So I had to stop her. I was like, yo, Don't just be walking like you don't know. Well, she didn't know nobody,
Yeah,
but
just kind of stay out of the mix. I'm the same way, but I just force myself to mingle. So yeah.
Yeah, got to talk to people, see people out, see black people out, say what's up to black people. This is Women's History Month, and this is one of the new brightest young stars out here, Ruthie Jay. If you have the opportunity to bring Ruthie Jay in, you probably should try to bring her in because, I mean, she just starting off. She already on Dark. She got the moves, the skill set. I like what I see when she's in the ring. I only say that about a few people, but she moving and she grooving. And she was trained by some of the same people that trained Red Velvet. So, I mean, the trajectory looks very good. Just saying. But Ruthie J, thank you for giving us this time. I'm gonna have to do a highlight video so they can see what I'm talking about because they like, oh, you just talking. I'm gonna do a highlight video for you. Suzette, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Yes, show these people.
Yeah, we need to show the world. You know, maybe she could bring the hits too.
Thank you.
I don't know. Just saying.
No, thank you for having me. It was super fun.
No problem. Thank you for giving us the time to come on to let us talk with you. Like I always say, I'm Trey D. And if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too sweet for the culture.
I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we. You're not here, you missing out. Is this show?